The kids hey. And she met a German guy. Yeah, he is. He had no clue. He had absolutely no idea who he was. And girls were just, what? Really? Oh, it was so funny. It was hysterical. I'm like, were they having a sale at Sephora? I mean, it was right across the street from Sephora. I was like, that's a hell of a Sephora, but I don't know why he's screaming about it. Just happened to be.
So every once in a while, make sure that this light is red.
Yeah.
Very nice.
If it's not red, just tell me and I'll push the button. It's
So
recording.
yeah, we had to have
It's recording right now. You're on. You're live.
Yeah. Wait, do you
If you listen, this is what we're doing. We're just talking. And then all of a sudden you'll start to hear us fade into us.
No. It's just to show that this
It's usually music is covering it up.
right?
But if you take the music away, you can hear all of this stuff. Like you said.
Because your brain are looking different from.
Oh, you got
But this is actually really cool. You know, having
Universal
all this,
Studios.
just seeing how life and time has passed by. You know, it's pretty amazing. Different places they've visited.
So they sell those at Universal Studios?
This is a water park in Leon. Okay, Leon is province. Yeah. And my first lived there.
FYI, if you're going to do any shopping, tomorrow's your day.
One side is a hot spring, right?
It's 11:11.
Oh, is that the cheaper price on Carval? Everything drops down.
Tomorrow is your day. Buy it on tomorrow.
Okay.
But that, JD, Taobao, 11:11.
That's what I'm saying. Did you hear that?
What? I'm sorry.
Carval.
If you're going to buy anything online tomorrow, tomorrow's the day.
11. Oh, they were
11.
Yeah, when the prices go down. Remember something like that?
It's huge, like
What are you buying? You don't have this.
But is everything like everything is land
For the
price?
most part.
And is it
Just
like
about.
good or is it like?
Oh yeah. This
Aaron
is
got
no.
his
My
laptop.
laptop came off of that sale.
Really?
This is not a. It's not a small thing.
Yeah,
It's just
like 50% off.
It could be anything.
It can be,
It could be
yeah.
anything.
Like Aaron saved like $3,000 on
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's what you get. What was it? What that was?
It's the one I use every day.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got mine from JD.
Yeah, JD and Taobao tomorrow is
Let's change.
billion
Not bad.
Jingdong. JD.com. They're the ones that you see if you ever see like the little trucks
Yeah.
that do delivering in packages.
Yeah.
They will have their name on the side.
Okay.
They're like Amazon. They will. They're the
JD,
big competitor.
Yeah.
They're the ones that were. I just got the thing about. They're the ones that just signed a deal with meat makers in the United States to bring $2 billion worth of American beef and pork into China over the next 3 years. You're gonna watch Chinese culture change for the worse.
They're gonna get fat,
They're
have
gonna
heart
get-
disease, diabetes.
You guys ready?
Sorry, look, what,
Aaron, slap the thing. Okay, Aaron, slap the thing like a man.
I did slap it.
Come on, do it like a man. One more again. Do it again. Come on.
My son alone.
Do it. Do it like your voice has changed. There you go.
that was a good slap.
My
We
poor
are
baby.
live and popping.
My poor baby.
That's right. Clap, clap, clap.
Leave my giant beige
All right,
giant
so we got
alone.
our Jim Beam here. Jim Beam is good.
Yeah, I went and
And you've
supported
got-
Planned Parenthood. And
you've
you
got
know
what over there? What are you drinking on?
I'm drinking my Summersby apple cider.
So you're not drinking anything. Thank you.
I gave Keegan some.
I'm so happy that you're not
Did she
drinking
like
a
it?
Yeah,
thing.
she likes it.
All right,
This is
so-
the first thing that Keegan's ever had that was alcoholic.
Okay.
That she actually was okay with.
Okay, when you say alcoholic, are you like being facetious or something?
It's got 3.6%.
Are you doing like air quotes over that, like alcoholic?
It has 3.6%, man.
Yeah, like I said.
Yeah.
Are you saying
Yeah,
that?
it's like a
what
it's
she
like a
tried.
beer.
Something
Yeah,
What kind of beer is that?
I said it's like a beer.
Are you talking about? You talking about it's a what?
So like a Michelob Extra Ultra. Like
Since we've split the room into boys versus girls, Keegan's got to leave and go on the other side. So now we can be like
Keegan can't
us
even
and
hear
them,
you.
us against them over here.
What percentage is Budweiser?
That's a great question.
I have not had a Budweiser in more than 6 years.
Really?
Bud.
We don't drink it outside of the country.
Bud.
It does not taste the same.
No. That's
Outside
not.
of
You know what?
America?
The thing that you got to realize is that Budweiser doesn't taste the same around the country.
Right.
Budweiser is bottled in many different places, like Coca-Cola,
Right.
and it is different in different states around the United States.
Like, I didn't
The
like
only
the
place you're
Budweiser
going to
in
get
Texas.
Budweiser that is actually good is in
Proper.
St. Louis. That's
Yeah.
the only place.
Is that the original factory? Or
Yes.
not?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So that makes sense. Because the
St.
Budweiser
Louis.
I've had has always been quite disappointing.
Misery.
Well, that's
Here.
because of the water.
Yeah, and it's probably the one that's
You get
exported.
here? Yeah.
that we get here. And,
Ugh. And I don't like
Chinese
canned
Budweiser.
beer.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm
Candy
very
is not very
snooty.
nice.
I forgot that you guys are so not American, and so you don't like talk loud.
Oh, we
So I
don't.
have to-
Yeah.
I have
That's a good observation. Yeah.
You guys are like all like nice and stuff.
Aaron talks loud.
Just me. Remember when the kids had their what was it? That debate, and they wanted to give me a microphone.
Oh, yeah, and
And I was
you
like,
said,
yeah,
"Oh,
don't
yeah."
give me a microphone. There's no way in the world I should ever have a microphone in a room this small.
Yeah, I don't
Because
have a microphone
why?
when I sing either.
Okay.
That's just unnecessary.
The only reason I have a microphone is so that the quality of the sound is better for podcasting.
Okay.
But outside of that, oh no, I could stand on top of that thing and pull a Hitler, and everybody down there would hear me.
All
No,
the
I-
naked people all up
don't
and
don't need a
up.
microphone for
We
any
don't
of
need
that.
more naked people on the balconies.
It's really an impressive setup. you've
I
got.
know.
It's just a laptop.
It looks very professional.
the
It looks
Sort of
perfect. It's just a laptop and a monitor.
DJ type thing.
All right, so
yeah, you
so
look like a
Command
So-
center.
Well, it is a command center.
well, of course it is. Well, duh.
And what-
Well, duh.
Is it for like this is mainly for video gaming?
I use this for everything. Everythinging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everythinging.
all of our movies, music, everything is run.
Yeah,
through
right
there.
now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 external hard drives.
Yeah.
8.
Which is how
8.
many terabytes?
Too many.
Well, I have one over there.
Too many.
That's only 2
And when you play
terabytes.
games,
You
it's
guys
multiple
don't use this
screens.
TV at all.
or-
No, I just do
I
it
did
once.
all
Use
Drag
that
Race
one,
on
the big
that.
one.
Yeah,
Have you seen that?
it doesn't.
No.
If you try,
I'm missing out.
even though you could do it,
Yeah.
if you
I've
did
heard
the
about it, but
multiple,
is it really good?
you're gonna end up.
Yeah.
This is so much smaller,
We
so
watch it
you're,
so
you're gonna
often
move
we can
across
have
everything's
entire
gonna squeeze down.
conversations
Yeah, it's
drag
not
and
good.
go.
And you bought
I'll
this
put it
the
down below.
microphone microphone from Cobalt?
I bought all of this
Everything.
from everything. You know what? That's kind of funny. Everything here,
Yeah.
desk, was bought on Taobao.
Yeah.
Did they fix it for you?
No,
No.
I do that.
My
Okay.
controller was going on top.
Everything he from the iPads. No, the iPads weren't. They were
No, we bought-
from a store.
You bought those. Your.
But everything
iPad
else,
machine.
yeah, it's Taobao. That's yeah. I went Taobao crazy the first year we were here
Yeah.
because I knew we were going to be here for 2.5 years. That would be the time to buy, get the
Right.
most use out of it, so that when I leave,
Mhm.
like this monitor, if it can't go, I'm not going to feel so bad. It's now a
Right, we'll just
2-year-old
sell it.
monitor.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with this desk. You know, desk is fine, but I don't see this desk going like around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, what would be the point?
Yeah.
It's not special. It's just a big desk.
Big desk.
And
Imagine if this desk wasn't here, what you'd see. a big open space, and that's what we had. So it's like, and this whole setup was actually pushed against that chair.
Yeah.
So take away this
This is
here,
what you guys-
this
Yeah.
it was a big L or whatever, and all pointed that way with nothing over here.
Right.
But that's
It's just
Chinese
a lot of
people. I mean,
stuff
they.
to sweep.
Yeah, it's just a lot of space. So, but basically, what I did is I created a space where I could have storage.
Yeah.
We have all kinds of books and junk and storage. So then this is holding a lot of stuff as well as a tabletop for putting computer and monitor and, of course, tea and coffee center. You got to have that. If you don't have that, then you're not in China.
Yeah.
And then
You need that to survive.
and then you have to have Lego. So that completes that just completes the package right there.
Birthday gift.
Once you one of them,
2?
two of them was the birthday.
That was a lot of money for those.
That wasn't, trust me, wasn't what I was looking at.
I know what you were looking at.
So 2 of them
You're
are.
a big Lego fan?
I've been doing Lego since I was young.
Since the old style.
2 has an entire bin of Lego in his room.
He has the most expensive Legos in the world
He does.
Really?
Yep.
because they had to get out of China the first time and then they came back, all in a suitcase.
They went
Can
to-
you say overage?
We paid $4,000 US in overweight fees.
Wow.
4,000.
20,000 yuan to get out of China the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because of
In
Lego.
cash. We had to pay it in cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just looked at the woman and I said, you just took my entire salary
Yep.
for a year.
Mhm.
She's like, so? And then they wanted to weigh my purse. And they
And
wanted to weigh
our
our
mahjong
backpacks.
set.
Yeah, they wanted to weigh everything. They wanted us to leave it. Just
And
it's
our
over, just leave
carry-ons.
it. Yep.
They wanted to weigh everything.
Everything.
Oh,
We were like, no. Kiss our ass, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Never fly Air Asia.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then we had the smallest and the most uncomfortable
Malaysian
seats
Air.
for our entire flight,
Every time.
which was an
Air
upgrade.
Asia, no
Yeah.
way.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, we had the upgrade, the hot seats.
Because AirAsia.
And they
paid
were
for
so
every
small I
single
couldn't feel my legs.
Yeah.
True.
6-hour flight from Beijing to Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
I could not feel my legs. They wanted to charge me 10 yuan for a bottle of water.
Yeah.
They wanted to charge me for a Band-Aid because the suitcase had fallen and broken my nail.
Okay.
In the middle of the nail bed, so I was bleeding.
Okay.
They wouldn't give me a Band-Aid. They wanted to charge me 10 yuan for a Band-Aid.
Jeez.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So when we got on the flight from Kuala Lumpur to Phuket,
Yeah.
had the most wonderfully handsome and kind airline attendant. He was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're bleeding here." And it was still bleeding, like
Yeah.
8 hours later.
Yeah.
What airline was that?
Malaysian
Oh,
Airlines.
Malaysian Airlines you changed.
Yeah.
You're better off to just pay the extra money.
Pay the
and
extra
take
money.
a proper
Budget
national airlines.
Yeah,
or national
we didn't
carrier.
know. It was our
Yeah.
first time taking
Yeah.
Air Asia. It was the last time taking Air Asia.
We travelled extensively on AirAsia, but we always from Malaysia. But we know their deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Their
yeah, yeah.
deal, pack your own food.
Take
You
your
know,
right,
like,
have an empty
you
bottle.
know, and that carry nothing.
Carry
Yeah.
nothing,
Just
yeah.
carry one little bag.
You're
of
going
stuff
with
like
7 kilograms, and that's it.
that.
Yeah.
We were sticklers, yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
they pulled us
sure.
up, and it's a little bit over, and
Yeah.
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 And then we're like, no, I can fit it.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever really had trouble inside of the country is last year. Race and I went to Shenyang
Okay.
in the north to visit a friend of mine, and on my way, I had no issues on the way there. On the way back, they wanted me to check my carry-on, and I was like, no, why would I do that? And, well, it's too heavy, and I said, why is it too heavy? It has nothing else in it. In fact, I took things out of it,
Yeah.
and I carried it on the way here. Why would I put it on? You must check it. It's 600 yuan. I was like, no. And this is the first time in my life
Yeah.
I ever caused a scene, and I was showing my ass. I was
so not a good thing.
I was yelling, and I was truly Chinese in that moment. And they were like, okay, and I was like, damn straight okay.
Yeah.
But they never gave you a proper reason.
No, just said it was too big.
The size, not the weight.
They said first they said it weighed too much, but they hadn't weighed it, and then they said it was too big, and then it was too wide.
So they can't make up their mind.
Nope.
But they do want 600.
They want 600 yuan, and I was like, no, you're gonna kiss my ass because I'm not paying that money when I didn't pay it on the way here. So,
All right. Enough of your whining. This is not Whiny Monday or Whiny Wednesday. We don't do a Whiny Friday because Friday is always happy times.
it's
It's
fun.
Funky
Friday.
Funky Friday.
Well, Funky Friday, of course.
Did Aaron tell you we thought of like names for every day, like Mojito Monday?
I'm all about Mojito Mondays. I grew my own mint.
See? Tequila Tuesday.
Karen, tell us who are the other voices here? Since you keep talking to them, but you haven't told the people who they are.
I'm pulling a Hans. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
This is Suvina, and this is Kyle, and they are teachers here in China. Uh-oh, I'm going to get it.
They are the competition. That's what they are.
Well, not much competition. We
They are
don't do
the
anything.
competition.
We're not very competitive.
No, we're not.
Down with the competition. So who do we have? Who are these folks?
Suvina and Kyle are also teachers who teach a program that prepares students for New Zealand, Australia. And they work in your building.
No. They work next door.
Door. So
And your students share a classroom, correct?
Yeah, they
Yes,
do.
and they share a classroom and a head teacher,
Yeah, they do.
a Chinese head teacher.
Yeah.
And you hear Aaron all day long, right?
Yeah.
Getting
We hear them through the walls.
FYI, wait.
He doesn't get
Are you talking about in the office or in the classroom?
Oh, no, in the office.
Because in the
Yeah.
classroom, I'm very rarely ever angry.
No,
But in
never
the office,
classroom.
I have all of the justification in the world
To be angry.
for being angry.
The walls kind of vibrate.
I'm
We
allowed.
don't quite know what he's saying, but we're...
But you know who he's saying it to.
Yes, of
Yeah, we
course.
do, yeah.
I am so allowed.
His buddy in there.
His best friend.
So we know when things are getting heated.
Actually, things don't
Yeah, they,
get
they
heated.
sound heated, but as you're saying, they don't
No,
get
no.
heated. It's you trying to heat
Understand, it's never coming at me.
Yeah.
Because then you'll actually hear me get loud.
Oh, you
So that's not
See,
getting loud.
it won't be until it's coming the other direction, which Dicko should never do in his life.
I don't think he can.
I think it's in him.
Oh, it's in him, but trust me, he would.
You can only be suppressed for so
He'll
long.
pull back a nub. That's what we call that. You know, when you go to fight somebody, you know, you can. What did he say? You can come over, but you don't limp back. You don't limp back. That's what's going to happen to him. You can come over here, but as soon as you do, you don't limp back. You're not gonna be the same on the way home. So, yeah.
I'm not worried so much about Aaron, but his cohort. Why is this going on?
It's trying to notify you.
I know, but I thought I turned all my sounds
This is what
off.
iPads do. They notify.
Sorry, I have too many of them.
Why do you have some-
Too many notifications.
How many iPads do you have?
Right. See, good question. That's an awesome question.
I have, personally, I have an iPad 4, and then I have an iPad Pro
You
2.
couldn't just say two, right?
I have 2.
See.
The children each have 2.
Okay.
Aaron has 1.
Okay, but keep in mind, the children have two because they got our old ones.
Alright, they got our 2s.
And then they got new ones.
Okay.
So the ones that they have are our ones.
No, our 2s.
Our twos.
Our 2s.
From way back.
Okay.
When
Okay.
we first moved to China, we bought 2s, and
Exactly.
within a few months they released the 4s.
Oh, they have homeschool, so they've got a lot of work to do on.
They do.
Oh, they do all of their school and entertainment
Okay.
on that thing.
All right.
Everything.
That's their windows to the world right
Everything.
So
there.
how do they balance between two iPads? Like, what do you do?
What do you mean?
One in my room is dead and I haven't plugged it in
Okay,
yet.
yeah.
Okay.
So I just use this one.
For everything. And Keegan?
I don't use my
So
The only time they really were using it is when they were doing, when they do their literature, like sometimes they'll listen to the audiobook,
Right.
excuse me, and read along with it on the other one. But Aaron has found it really difficult to do that with the Scarlet Letter.
Okay.
And so he prefers just to read it. And Keegan is finding it difficult with one particular reader in Dracula because her voice annoys her, so she's just reading it.
But right now, instead of reading their literature for the month, they are writing for 2 hours a day. Because this is NaNoWriMo as well as NaPodPoMo.
Let's not try to say the NaPodPoMo because I haven't been able to say it yet.
Okay, what do you use yours for then?
Everything.
Ah!
But there too. So
Look,
you have it like
Karen is a technology hog.
Okay.
This is what she does. She collects technology. If I showed you all of the things that are hers
right.
that don't get used, okay? So there's like a stack of them.
I don't know what you're talking
There's
about.
Lenovo tablets. There are the iPads,
I
two
use them.
iPads.
I use them.
There's very old iPod. I will say
You want me to-
that should be written off because it is
It's
older.
2007. I got it for Christmas
It's almost
2007.
older than our kids. So
And I
that's slow.
just charged it and put it back in my purse.
Right, but I'm not hating on the iPod.
Okay.
But she's had almost every iPhone imaginable.
So when a new one
Almost.
comes out, you have to.
No.
You have to get the new. Later.
No. I've had a 3, a 4, and a 6S Plus.
Okay. What do you do with the 3 and the 4?
Exactly.
I hand
They're
them
in a
down.
box.
No, I hand them down.
Oh, but you're gonna trade them in to get them.
We can't trade them in
Do they do
China.
that in China? I don't know in China.
See?
They do that in Malaysia.
They do it in America too. But see, we just have phones because it's fun to collect them because it's a good time.
The problem is the 3 is dead.
Okay.
Both of the 3s are dead, and we lost the 4.
Okay.
You lost a 4. Keegan still has a 4.
See?
And we have a 5 sitting over there. I have to go to get a SD or a SIM card for so they can switch.
And then our kids, of course, because they have their mother, they have to have lots of technology too. So then they have like DS's,
They have the
and
3DS.
all blah blah that they had to have.
3DS.
Nintendo's, 3DS, handheld,
Right.
We bought those.
Game Boy on steroids.
We bought those literally the week before we left the States to come to China. I told them that if we were going to go to China, because they weren't allowed to have a gaming system at home.
Yep.
Because I'm very anti-video game.
She's anti-video game, playing games all day. Keep that in mind.
I'm anti-video game. So
Our podcast on Twitch is coming with Karen talking about gaming. Keep that in mind.
So I told them that if we were going to go to China, they could have this 3DS thing. So we bought them the 3DS. We were here for maybe 2 or 3 months. 2 months, I guess. And we got iPads, and then the DS is just sat on the shelf, basically.
Exactly.
And then Keegan plugged hers into the outlet in Thailand,
Okay.
and it's never worked again.
Really?
Because it's a
240.
it's a 110.
110. They don't mix very well.
Right.
Yeah.
There tends to be a slight burning smell in the air.
Yes, exactly. So, yes, that's our technology, our sad technology state. See, me,
He's a camera junkie.
my laptop before this one, 10 years old, 11 years old, or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the laptop before this one. I'm the technology guy. I'm the guy that worked in IT. I'm the guy that went to school for computer technology. Are you kidding me? I don't gather up technology. She does, though.
She's doing it on your behalf.
I don't need that. I really don't.
She's
So
supporting
like,
it in her
for
I don't
example,
care, I want it.
it's time, like, we're going to do podcasting. We decided to do podcasting, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, I've already got a laptop that can do it
Okay.
reliably most of the time. If I say that, I am endangering myself with Murphy's Law. But, okay. And then I get the stuff that you need to hook up microphones. I had no microphones, so I have the box here, the Focusrite. Then I bought like the stands and blah blah blah, and then bought microphones that weren't expensive but are good. Not expensive at all. But you do all your research and blah blah blah. See all that stuff so that you can maximize your dollar, so to speak. Karen looks at it. It's pretty. That's what I get. It's pretty.
It's pretty and I want it, and I'm going to
Right.
get a better price.
See? That's there it is. That's technology for Karen.
But I always get a really good price.
Okay.
She's master shopper.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you do your research.
Bad with technology.
No, I just find the people I can trust.
Yeah.
So I bought the iPad Pro 2, had it for 31 hours, and the screen had like lines through it.
Okay.
And so the person that we've been buying our Apple stuff from this second time around in China is in Wuhan. So I contacted her and said, this is what happened. You know, I've only had it in my possession 31 hours. She's like, send it back to me. I sent it back. She sent me a new one. No problems whatsoever. But we also bought both of our iPhone 6s from her, and our friend has gotten things from her, and she's a family member of a former coworker. So
These official importers of Apple.
Yeah.
Is it cheaper than in South
No.
America?
No, it's the
No.
same exact
$1
price.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apple seems to do that because I've checked various websites. And
They're all the
it's
same.
always roughly
Yes.
the same.
Yes.
If they're severely discounted, it's either a refurbish or fake.
Or it's in Hong Kong.
No, because even the Hong Kong one isn't that much cheaper than
But it
mainland.
is cheaper. If you go on something like Taobao or Jingdong, you will see the Hong Kong, sometimes depending on the device, you will see two things. You click on one, it's the same picture, different price. It's a little bit lower.
Right.
And when you ask someone Chinese, they will tell you, this one's coming from China, this one's coming from Hong Kong.
Why are things from Hong Kong cheaper then? Because
They just
Their
are.
trade agreement with China.
Less tax or something.
Yeah,
But-
whatever they.
The-
whatever
Special
their
economic
agreement is.
zone, maybe.
The plug is different. The plug is the Hong
Like
Kong
the Hong
plug,
Kong
and
one.
the
Yes, but that doesn't
British
change
one.
the
It's
price.
not a big deal.
It doesn't
Yeah.
change
It's the
the
same
price.
as
No, no, no.
Malaysia.
Malaysian, yeah.
So it's not a big deal. We just have to go and buy that separate little
yeah.
slip-on thing, and
Yeah.
off you go.
So if I wanted, because I'm curious, because I do want to buy an iPhone eventually. If I was going to Guangzhou, like go to the Apple store, I can buy an iPhone and it will work. It will be in English. It won't have all weird.
Mine isn't actually.
Yes.
Mine's an American model.
Yeah.
That I got in-
There is a separate model
Yeah.
to go to America, but if you've got an unlocked
Yeah.
phone,
Which they would sell at the Apple store in
Yeah.
Guangzhou.
yeah, you're,
As long as it's unlocked.
because you're going to put
Yeah.
in your ID,
Yeah.
which is going to go to your store,
Yeah.
and
You'll have to put your
You'll have to
region
put your
wherever your
region in.
credit
Yeah,
card
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And it'll
And
you
then
choose your
it'll-
language,
yeah,
region,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's a.
Yeah.
So they're universal, basically. The ones that come into
No,
China.
because
Well,
no.
Well, see, okay.
Well-
Remember, we're dealing with American cell phone providers,
yeah.
so that, like, if I wanted to take my phone
Yeah.
back to America and put an American SIM
SIM
card
card.
in, well, it has to be a certain model of phone to accept it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All Apple phones are not the same.
Okay.
That's where the problem is.
So-
But for you,
Yeah.
going back home, it might be.
Just before
Okay.
you buy it, go
Yeah.
and Google.
Yeah.
Ask my bestie
Yeah.
what model you need for your country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make sure you say
And,
it's got to be
and
unlocked.
then you tell them.
No. It's not about being
It's
unlocked.
not.
You
There's
just-
an actual difference in model.
Yeah, you
Okay,
just tell
okay.
them I need a blah blah blah, whatever the
Yeah.
number is behind it.
For your region.
Yeah.
And then because Erin's coworker had to have the same one I have because her country is the same code.
Okay.
You need the same code.
Yeah.
Right. Oh.
I'm pretty sure if it was like an iPhone 6, it should work in New Zealand, right? As long as it's.
So
Maybe.
You have to
No,
you'd have to find that out. There's no way
There's
that
people using iPhone 6 in New
no,
Zealand.
they're
It's the-
iPhones, but they're model number.
It's the
Number.
model
Number.
number.
On the
Yeah.
back of an
There's a long
iPhone,
number, yeah.
there's a long number.
Yeah.
That number
Yeah.
is different.
Yeah.
Even inside of America, that number is different
Yeah.
based on the carrier.
Yeah.
So if you have Sprint or you have AT&T or you have T-Mobile, that number that's on the back of this is going to be different.
Yeah.
Right.
And they don't tell you that.
Yeah.
Because, see, in America, we don't buy phones.
Yeah.
Right.
We get the phone from the actual
Provider.
provider,
Yeah.
and then they're giving us the phone essentially for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're
pay.
paying a ton of money
Yeah.
for the coverage.
Yeah.
Like, for
Right.
example, we bought iPhone 3s right before we moved to China. They were
Okay.
brand new. We moved to China. Our monthly bill, even though we didn't use one single second of service,
Right.
was $500 a month for 3 phones.
Oh my.
So it was cheaper for me to get out of the contract than it was to continue to pay the money each month.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was crazy because we would pay $500 a month and not be able to use the service for 2 years.
It's a very expensive phone.
It is a very expensive phone. And here, you just, you pay cash and you're done and it's yours.
And it's yours. If you get the right model number and then you go back,
The
put in
only-
an American SIM card, it's good to
Right. We won't go back, but the only bad thing is we don't have insurance.
go. Okay.
Like when you get a contract in the States, you have insurance on your cell phone. Well, if you're smart,
Yeah.
you get insurance on your cell phone. So if anything happens, they'll replace it. We don't have that here because we pay cash and
Yeah.
Cash and carry.
that's it.
And if you were to leave China to another country, not America,
Right.
but you were to go to, say, somewhere in South America,
Mm-hmm.
so there is a possibility that some of your iPhones might not work there. In the
Well,
say
if you didn't have-
Mexican service providers might not work in the current
Could be.
iPhones
It
you've got.
could, yeah.
It's possible.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You'd have to go there,
Absolutely.
put the SIM card in, and it goes doesn't come
Yeah.
with service or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's always that possibility.
Yeah.
Yep. Now we do have a friend that bought her iPhone 6 in northeastern China and then moved to Mexico, and it worked just fine.
But I wonder if, in that case, I wonder if the Hong Kong version is a far more universal style version where it can just kinda be
Maybe.
used anywhere, because China has to deal with what is it? China Mobile,
China Unicom and China Mobile.
Yeah, those two providers.
I think there's a third one now, isn't there?
But I don't think.
China Mobile and
I mean, if you're getting it from Hong Kong, that means you're using.
But they have
essentially
China
any-
Mobile and
any-
China Unicom in Hong
No,
Kong.
I'm saying, but you're using any. Essentially, you could be using any provider in
yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
So it seems like they would be more open than the restrictive ones that are in the United States. You got to remember, the United States is terrible when it comes to stuff like this because they don't want you to move.
Yeah.
To move from if I get my phone from say T-Mobile and then I want to move to AT&T, I have to go through like a month's worth of crap in order to get my phone unhooked from one provider and put onto another. Now,
Really?
I've had a lot of jobs, and I've seen this process and what actually happens. And the reason is cell phone towers are owned by like 3 different companies in the United States.
Okay.
Those cell phone towers are the same people that owned the Bell system for telephones back in the day. Your phone has its identification number, its ID, based on just being grabbed. Like, this company has allowed this number, this series of numbers from this to this.
Okay.
But it doesn't have that number that came from T-Mobile over here at AT&T. So then they actually have to take that away from that phone and give it a new number. But that's not an easy process for them. So then they try to keep you from doing it. Like, they'll go and be like, we'll give you a new phone.
We'll give you.
We'll just give you a new
free
phone. Yeah,
service,
here's a free phone, brand new phone. We'll give you a new phone because it's already on our system.
Right.
Its ID can already go through. If you ever watched the movie Enemy of the State
Right.
with Gene Hackman and
Will Smith?
Smith. The phone that Will Smith has, and they start
The
talking
one
about
he's running
ESNs
around.
and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I worked for that company.
Ah.
Okay, when the movie came out. So that phone, that they give you the details of all this stuff, like, oh, you can do this and do that, and you can clone the phone and all. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But if this one company owns this set of ESNs and the other company owns another set, they don't like to cross. So then you have to do all of this stuff to get them, even though that the phone is the same. It doesn't matter. It's about that identification number, like with your computers, you have MAC addresses. It's the same thing. MSI got a certain selection of MAC addresses that they use on their thing for their getting information out to the world through Wi-Fi or whatever. Another company comes along, if your router doesn't talk to that particular kind of address, you won't get on. Now, granted, with Wi-Fi, basically everybody gets on, right?
Yeah.
You know, but
Except
that's the
for
idea.
Samsung.
Everybody, there must be an address. So.
Specifically.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
There is that.
essentially there's no Wi-Fi.
Okay. So Enough about us complaining about the West. It's time to complain, I think, about China. Let's complain about China. Now, this is the thing that I told you guys that Karen found that my boss in my company put out.
Oh,
now,
yes.
I think that
This is in his WeChat moments.
I think he put this out trying to be funny,
Yeah.
not realizing that, honestly, to me, it's not funny.
Oh, I had so much to say, and I started typing. I was like, what am I doing? I can't do this. And I just deleted everything and sent the picture to Aaron.
Yeah.
So say that again. Your boss sent you.
No. This went out to the world in
This
WeChat.
was in his,
This was in his
WeChat moments.
Okay. He just put it out there.
WeChat moments, for those of you who don't have WeChat, it's like Facebook. It's like the Facebook news timeline, news feed. So you can see
That
other
nobody
people's
pays attention
things.
to.
And this boss is
The one in Beijing.
He's from Beijing. He's Chinese. Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have a boss that's not Chinese. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, so this thing says 10 rules to do business in China. Again and again, but he says again and again, but it's still so true. I don't know what again and again means, but hey, you're in China, you can try to figure that out. Number 1, everything is possible in China. Just listen, don't react. Don't react. Number 2, I feel like I'm like Jay Leno. Number 2, or who did the list? Not Jay Leno, but
Johnny Carson?
no,
I thought it was Jay Leno.
no. What's his name on CBS? Was supposed to do Jay Leno's job.
David Letterman.
With his list. Should I start with number 10 first?
Yeah.
No, I can't do it. All right, number 2, nothing is easy. Number 3, patience is the key to success. Number 4, the answer yes is not necessarily an indication of agreement or confirmation. Number 5, you don't understand China means disagreement. Number 6, quote unquote provisional regulations mean the rules can change at any time, even retroactively. Number 7, quote, basically no problem means a big problem. Number 8, signing a contract means the beginning of a real negotiation. Number 9, when you're optimistic, think about rule number 2. Nothing is easy. Number 10, when you are discouraged, think about rule number 1. Everything is possible in China. Now, he probably posted this thinking, oh, I have all these foreign people, and oh, I think this is going to be funny, and they can relate to it. I would contend none of this is funny. I don't see any humor here.
It's rage-inducing.
Exactly. When I look at this, I see something like this is indicative of every problem I've ever had in China.
Yeah.
It's just a reminder. You don't need reminding.
Yeah.
Well,
Of
there you go.
frustration.
Yeah.
Yes. All that frustration, all of that anger, and this is why.
Yeah.
And he's joking about it.
Right.
The Chinese guy who lives in Canada.
His children and his wife are in Canada all year long.
What are you talking about? He's in Canada most of the year.
But I said they're all year long.
Well, yeah, his family lives in Canada, but he is here for a small amount of time. I mean, he's back and forth, in and out, throughout the year. Weather gets bad in Beijing. He's not in Beijing anymore,
And he still posted something like that.
which is weird because Canada's not, the weather's not any better. But
He's having a laugh.
Yeah.
He is, but we aren't. Like, I read it and I was like,
Yeah, and it shows that they know all these problems.
Mhm.
They know the stupidity. They know this,
Yeah.
but they don't do anything to change it.
True.
They're just saying, "No, this is the way it is."
Yep.
You know, this is China, but they're not putting any effort into changing it.
no.
It's just annoying because then everything you do, like every stupid meeting you sit for or sit in, is just an absolute waste of time.
yeah.
You know? And then...
Oh, you wanted something to happen?
You wanted it to be relevant?
That's funny.
Oh.
You're so optimistic. You need more wine, apparently. 'Cause damn. Where's the live podcast audience? You guys are kind of quiet over there. Kind of scared now. Usually we have a live podcast We tape in front of a live audience. You ever
Right.
heard that on TV before?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
them. All two of them are audience members. One of them usually is not listening.
The other one is usually chiming in on occasion
Yeah, snickering, smiling.
or playing some
See?
Steve Harvey
There you
nonsense
go.
in the background.
Yeah.
news
Bring his
at the
own
show.
his own little audio contributions.
I need a soundboard.
See, told you. There it is. There it is. It happens every time, boy. It's every time.
What, a soundboard, like sound effect board?
Yeah,
Yes.
Make fun of
Yeah.
Well, so you know what? You know, I've been saying that, and I got one of my students to finally record her thing, the thing that she does that I love
So good.
today, and I'm gonna talk to Janice and see if she'll record
yeah.
for me
Mm.
because we were talking about it yesterday.
Oh, she does that. Oh,
She
okay.
says, "What the hell?"
No,
What
see,
the
you
hell?
are you just don't you
What the
never say
hell?
it right.
How does she do it?
This is how it happens. So I'm in class. This is last year.
Right.
Janice graduated last year.
Okay.
So she's in the States. And I was giving out homework. And she kind of put her head down. She just said, "What the hell?" And it was hilarious. Because it was just like, you could tell like she was like just a little bit overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And she was just like, damn it. You know? But the way she said it, it came out like, and we talked about this yesterday, it came out like, what? D-A, duh, hail, H-A-I-L. That's how it sounded. And it was so classic because she sounded like a woman from the deep south in America. What the hell? And it was great. Of course, I had to then tell her that she can't say that in class.
Yeah.
But
After you're
on
laughing.
the inside,
Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off. So I was like, I recognize that sound.
What do you do when you have students in the classroom who start swearing?
In English or Chinese?
Well, in Chinese, you can't really do much about
No,
it.
I couldn't tell. But
I mean, some of
You
us
can do
understand,
something
but
Mm.
I don't do much, to be honest.
I just shout language.
do they stop?
They do.
Yeah.
And then they
Sometimes they
apologize.
don't know,
yeah.
And sometimes they don't know, like, the gravity of the word,
Mm.
or, they just heard it in a movie or something, so then they'll just...
And it
But are
depends
they-
on the
but
class.
are they
it depends on
using
the
it
student as
correctly?
well.
Yeah.
They're not,
Yeah,
usually.
It's not, often they're not using
Yeah.
it correctly.
Okay.
If it's one of those Chinese classes that we go in like once a week and it's absolutely redundant, there's no point of us being there. And if the only word they know is a bad word, and then I turn it into a joke and I just embarrass them. I said nobody walks around going fa 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 fa, and then the whole class will just laugh and he gets like, I said nobody does that. People use words. It's
I don't
the
know.
only way
I
you
think
know.
I think if I talk to Dicko, if I talk to Dicko long enough, I might start doing that.
I do that.
It'd be like my own little personal kind of Tourette's, fuck, and I just have like a little tick that I. If you see me walk out of the office and I'm just standing there at the railing and I'm like, fuck, you'll know what happened.
We know Dicko pushed you way
Yeah.
too far.
Yep.
His stupidity is
It's
overcome.
gone over the rail. It's gone over the edge at that
And
point.
we'll be like, don't worry, Aaron, you're gone soon.
Yeah.
Just pat me on the back.
Yeah.
Give me a hug or something.
Now, when do you guys go home?
Well, we've got the contract till June, July,
Yeah.
and then we'll see how things pan out. Because if we were to go back to New Zealand or Malaysia, things start at the beginning of the year. So we
Yeah.
might actually, if we need to hold on, we'll hold on till the end of the year, and then maybe start something in January. So it depends really on where
Wait a
we're
minute.
heading
You're gonna
to,
go
if
all
it's
the
New
way to
Zealand.
next January? Y'all can't leave.
December. No, we can. Our boss is actually pretty understanding in that sense. He's pretty good.
No.
No, he's
Wait.
like,
Last
you're
year,
addicted to chocolate.
you were saying this
I never said
January, and then now you're talking about the
Talk to
following January.
Talk to this man.
I did
I'm
because I was
practical.
frustrated,
Yeah.
really frustrated. I'm still frustrated.
He's saying he'll
And I-
pack up tomorrow, which
It was-
it's an ongoing
wishful
time.
thinking. I mean,
Okay.
I
So
mean, every word
let's
was
let's
wishful
let's
thinking.
let's understand this. What was frustrating you the most?
Ah, that's Kyle.
Just life in general.
There's the studio audience. I told you they'll chime in at any moment. What is it? Why what is it? What is actually getting your goat at this point? We followed Sebastian last year.
Yeah.
We saw what happened to him. He totally
Ooh, he lost
deteriorated.
his mind.
Actually,
Poor guy.
what was his girlfriend's name?
Andrea.
Andrea.
Yeah, she melted down like literally less than half of a year,
Yeah, they were really
she was like, whoom, like, oh my God, I can't. She would, when I got on the bus with her, she had lots to say.
Yeah.
You know, so what is it? You've been here now for what, 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 years.
Just, yeah. Maybe 3 years.
Keep years.
What is it?
Cierra
Tell
la
us.
puerta, por favor.
Give us the lowdown.
Just the,
Gracias.
Come on, get
I-
angry.
I
Drink
get
more,
it.
get angry. It's good.
You want to leave every other day.
just general stupidity.
Oh well, we came back after a nice long holiday, and then you went to the supermarket. And what did that lady do?
Oh yeah, just small thing. I went to the supermarket and a lady starts grabbing me and like pulling my collar, and because she wanted me to buy an iPhone off her.
What?
It was on the side of the road in Century Square. It was the first day back. I had to go and do some shopping, and then she's like,
So he's carrying everything
thing
back
is, I
because
didn't
I'm still
understand.
at
Then she
school.
just grabs my hand and whacks the iPhone in my hand. And I'm like, what? And I thought she wanted me to take a photo of her or with me and her. You know, you get that a little bit. But she actually wanted me to buy the iPhone. And then I was like, nah, hell no. Put it back in her hand, like, nah, leave me alone. And she grabs me and tries to pull me down the road by the collar.
Yeah.
And
She would've
she's like
gotten
yelling
hit.
at me and stuff because she was like desperate to sell me the phone.
Until you said fuck off, and you know.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
not an
it's-
aggressive person, but I was like, fuck off. I had like groceries and everything like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and only in China. Like, that
Yeah.
doesn't happen to me anywhere else in the
Nowhere
world.
else in the world.
I have got to tell you, my iPod Gold.
That's definitely
That was unusual.
that's what should be on the shirts.
Yeah.
Only in
Only
China.
Only in China.
But
yeah.
that admittedly, that doesn't happen every day.
No.
That's just one incident when I first came back from having a lovely time in Malaysia,
Yeah.
and then coming back day one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that was not a nice thing to happen. You know.
I went to the mall today.
Okay.
I had to go buy beverages.
Okay.
No. You had to go buy Jim Beam.
I had to go buy Jim Beam.
My friend Jim Beam.
Yes, I had to go buy the Jim Beam.
Old friend.
So I'm coming back, I'm weighted down with my backpack and bags, and this old man is scooching in front of me smoking a cigarette. And he takes a puff of his cigarette, and he puts his hands behind his back, and he flicks the cigarette. It's, of course, still lit, and it lands on top of this woman's foot. And she has on pantyhose. And it melts the pantyhose and burns her foot, and she goes off. She is swearing, she is screaming, she's flinging at her foot,
Yeah.
and she takes off running and starts pounding on this old man, cussing and swearing at him and just beating on him. And her husband is standing there like, maybe if I don't move, she won't hit me next.
Yeah, no.
But he didn't help the old man. He didn't pull the crazy wench off of him.
Yeah.
The old guy didn't realize what had happened.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking like, what the hell? Let me get out of here before some craziness happens, because enough. Only in China does this bullshit happen.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We saw in Beijing.
Only in China does a person throw away a cigarette in a direction and not know who's
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. They don't care.
No,
Right.
they don't care.
Yeah. They do not care.
He just flung it.
Yeah, it's
Landed right on her foot.
General stupidity.
Yeah.
Well, it's selfishness
And
Yeah.
selfishness.
and arrogance and just
no
blatant
and
disregard.
no empathy either.
Yeah,
Like, understanding for other people and all that. Like in
Oh, I
Beijing, we
said
saw
that the
people
other day.
pushing and-
I said that to somebody. You have no empathy.
Yeah.
Who's that talking to? It's probably Dicko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was asking him honestly, how would it make you feel?
Yeah.
And he said, I feel nothing. It's like,
They don't.
but you don't understand that it makes other people feel something.
Yeah.
But he says it makes him feel nothing, so you have no empathy. You don't seem to
no feelings
understand.
whatsoever, yeah.
I believe
Same
that
with the
as well.
spitting thing. The most disgusting thing that ever happened to me was people spitting. You know, they
Oh.
and when they spit, they don't care. They pui,
Yeah, we know.
And so once we were up in, where were we? We were in Suzhou, Hangzhou. We were traveling, and I had on flat hands. And I was walking, and there were a bunch of people because it was near a bus stop or bus station or something like that. And I was walking behind him, and people were just like spitting everywhere, and I was trying to just move away. And then at one point, I feel something on my leg, and the spit actually landed on the lap, and I'm like, it just landed there. So then, because he was moving back and forth, it was like slapping on me, slapping on me.
No, simply
And
no.
then we had to stop, get water, and I said, "We're going back to the hotel. I need a shower."
Oh my God.
I love the idea. Kyle says uncomfortable. No. This is way past uncomfortable.
So that's just
This
flicking,
is-
but the same idea. They just flick and they just spit. You know, they don't think of any
We would
way,
have-
what direction, nothing.
We would have parents and students just hawk in the middle of our classrooms.
Yes, yes,
On the
I've been
floor
Shandong,
in
yeah.
classroom.
I've been Shandong, yeah.
In really nice restaurants.
Yeah.
In a really
Yeah.
nice restaurant, they just hawk right on the floor. And,
And
it's
the
not,
ashes.
and the peanuts
and
and
the
the beer
cigarettes.
bottles and the tissues and the food bones and the.
We had the same problem up north, and I've told people that, and they don't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like, what? And we were like, yeah, we're not exaggerating.
Right.
It's a matter of
You know, that's the funny thing. I've said that so many times. I'm not exaggerating.
Right.
This is just what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever worked in a kindergarten
That's
here?
funny.
No, never.
Ugh.
First day in
I heard it's
Shandong, we were
rough.
doing the whole middle
It's
school
rough.
thing,
Yeah.
but those kids were just disgusting. Right in front, we were standing right there, and then one kid just turns behind and he aims for the wall, which is like way at the back, and that's what he's going for. And I'm like, gee.
Do you ever see the kids like pissing in the supermarket aisles?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were
KFC.
in
I
KFC.
was gonna say everyone has a story. You think that's
KFC. In the middle of the KFC, the bathroom is less than 30 steps away. Mom picks up the child, pulls down the pants. She pisses on the floor. Dad goes, gets the mop, spreads the piss around, and then puts the mop back.
Oh yeah. That's fun.
We've
time
had
right there.
I was at a really nice mall in Wuhan, and they have bathrooms everywhere and clean, really nice bathrooms everywhere. Parents take the child outside of the Burger King inside the mall. Inside the mall.
Yeah.
And he shits on the floor.
Yeah.
And mom uses a little tissue that she had in her purse to wipe his ass and throw the stuff on the floor. And then they go right in and eat.
Oh my god.
The problem with the KFC thing was the mother was trying to get the child to go to the bathroom.
And the kid didn't want to.
She was throwing a fit.
Yeah.
She was sitting there stomping and screaming. So then the mother just gave in instead of picking her up and throwing her in the bathroom.
Oh my god.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
That's what would have happened to you. Your little ass would have been in the bathroom.
No, he'd have felt a strange pain. He'd have felt a strange pain in the seat of his pants. That would have been my foot deep inside his ass. That is not what would happen.
Strange because we
guys-
don't hit our children.
Right. It would be a new sensation. What is that? I don't know what that is, but it's not nice. No, my kids don't get those kind of.
No, we don't hit
They don't get that kind of consideration.
Oh my goodness.
But everyone has a
As
story
I'm
like
as
that.
I'm sitting here in my
Oh, yeah.
Tuskegee gear, they don't know.
No, they don't know.
It shouldn't be a story that everyone has, you know.
But we
like,
all
it's-
have
but
it.
everyone, I've asked other
Only the
people,
ones that live in
like
China
you guys,
don't
and they've
obviously.
told
Right.
other people we've spoken to have a similar story.
Yeah.
Whether it was
Yeah.
supermarket or fast food or something.
Well,
Outside.
Aaron and Ju went down to the hive down here to Building 3 one day.
Okay.
Some man is shitting in the bushes.
Oh, that was awesome. That was so
You just saw
awesome.
his head, right?
No. We saw his whole body. He was just sitting there like looking at you like, why are you looking at me?
Yeah.
Oh my
And he was just walking us, walk by. Like we were the spectacle.
Get nasty.
Yeah, that was interesting. And all the Chinese people just walk by. They saw him, but they just ignore it. Which I don't understand because he's sitting next to apartment buildings. That means that man to be here either knew someone or lived here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he just didn't
I mean,
feel like going up to his apartment.
if I go out in the morning, you saw how long the walk is from
Yeah.
the street to here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have walked out before and been like, yeah, I gotta piss, but I don't think I'm gonna make it all the way to the school based on how we have to get there and all that. So it's like, and I'll turn around and come back.
Yeah.
Right? I come all the way back up here, go to the bathroom, go back downstairs, go to the bus.
Yeah.
It's a
So you tell me this guy couldn't have done that? He couldn't go wherever the hell he came from.
He thought the garden was a good option.
Well, there's your problem right there. When you think that that's your good option.
But the dogs can't go there.
Yeah.
The dogs can't go there.
Yeah.
Dogs get in trouble for going to the bathroom
But not
in
the
the
humans.
bushes.
Yeah.
They
But the
have to
humans
take
are
them
okay.
to
The
the
children
bathroom.
are okay.
Yeah.
They can shit and piss in a row on the edge of the walkway that you just walked up. Yeah.
Yep. And then the cleaners will come and clean it up.
Yes, they will.
No way.
Yep.
But I gotta pick up the poop from the dogs.
Yeah, there's little houses with the paper in there, so you can clean up your dog poo.
Yeah,
But the
when
kids
But the
can
kids
take a
can
shit
do it.
anywhere they want.
When
Yeah.
When I was taking care of Mushu, and I would walk him, the cleaning lady was come up to me, and I would just sit down and have him like walk around for a little bit.
Yeah.
And they would be like, "Don't let him poop in the flowers." It's like, but isn't that a child peeing in the flowers right over there?
Right.
Didn't you just spit in the flowers over there?
Yep.
Aren't you using the same dirty mop water for everything?
Oh, we don't talk about mop water.
No.
We don't have that conversation because you start talking about mops, especially in the school.
No.
Yeah, see, that just make you not even want to let the bottoms of your shoes touch the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I tell people at home that I don't shop at Walmart, I say to them, I would rather lick the bottom of a Chinese shoe than shop at Walmart.
Yeah, see, that's a thing that you really don't want to do.
Right.
I'd rather shop at Walmart.
Right, I'd rather shop at
No, not in
And
China.
I've seen the Shoppers Walmart videos.
Walmart. Right.
I'd rather shop at Walmart.
I'd rather be right next to that dude in the G-string and the cowboy hat. I'd rather be next to him
Yeah.
than lick a shoe here.
When we moved from China to Thailand, we threw our shoes away.
Oh, yeah. They went straight
We
in the
bought
trash.
brand new shoes. Everyone got brand new shoes. And when we moved, then we wore our new shoes.
They never touched the ground in China.
Because we didn't
We
want
bought
them
them
to-
literally right before we left. They never touched the ground in China. Got to Thailand. They came out of the box. The other ones went in the trash.
Because you feel that even in the buses and all that.
Yeah.
Just
Of
things
course. Yeah.
What you see going on
Yeah.
there, it's just general filth.
Yeah. That's the only thing I really miss about Thailand.
The cleanliness.
Is the cleanliness.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
it's
the peace
awesome.
of quiet. Like
Yeah.
the quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, the quiet. Even when we had construction in our development, it was not 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Right.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
They went home.
For months.
They went home in the evening.
Yeah.
Right, they went home like 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. They didn't start again until 8 or 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
You know, so what? I
Yeah.
turn on the air conditioner during the day, take a little nap, and, you know, I'm okay. But this is 24 hours a day. And we have building right here out at the front, and then they're building another one in the back.
Yeah.
Too much.
So we have constant construction.
Yeah.
Oh, whenever we go back to Thailand, it just feels so good, you know,
Sure.
after coming from China.
It's a nice
Just-
place to visit.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel